All right, so we're doing another round of Dinner with the Zahms. And tonight, we're actually doing two birds in one stone, so to speak. Ava, my daughter, is in, what's the name of the class?
Foods and nutrition.
Foods and Nutrition. And every year on birthdays, we basically allow everybody in the family to pick their favorite meal, what we're going to prepare. And usually for Ava, what's your choice?
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. So today, I'm going to show you all how to do fried chicken. This is a recipe that I learned from my grandmother, Imogene Famian Kepnick, old school. And it's really very, very simple. It's just that there's a couple procedural steps that I want to share. First and foremost, if you come in and take a look at this, I have this right now. This is the chicken pieces, and it's soaking in buttermilk. Now, usually Organic Valley buttermilk, that's what we do. We'll take that and soak it in there. But again, I didn't run to the store today to get buttermilk because we're observing social distancing. And we used a combination of Organic Valley whole milk, a little heavy cream, and then some lemon juice. And we let this sit in here, literally the longer the better. But the minimum amount of time that I want that to be in this brine, so to speak, is about an hour and a half. We season the brine with salt, black pepper, and in this case, a little bit of cayenne, chili flakes, a bunch of stuff. I actually used Chef Buck Naked's Fiery Rub. It was something that we grabbed off the shelves during one of our shoots in this last season of Wisconsin Foodie. And, you know, with Buck Naked's, how can you go wrong? We've got a little bit of fryer oil going on, but the trick to making really good fried chicken is Crisco, vegetable shortening. It's not pretty. It's not organic. It is a lot. There's a lot of things that it's not. But what it does is it makes really good fried chicken. So we are going to add a couple dollops of that. And one of the reasons that it works so well with that flour breading on the outside is because it creates that super crispy, dense, moist flavor. And that's, what are we laughing at? What's going on behind me?
She's trying to get out of the camera.
Get in here. Oh, this is your assignment.
Also, why do we have that much Crisco at home? Let's be honest.
Why do we have that much Crisco?
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken,
Okay,
exactly.
good.
I'm going to actually light this thing up. Ooh, yeah. But the reason we want this to be 325 degrees, we don't want actually the flour to burn on the outside. Anything above 350 degrees, I had this cook that I worked with, Andy Kelly, the AK, and he would get really upset when his fried chicken was too dark because you start to get a little bit of bitterness in the flour. So we're going to let this heat up. We're going to take a temperature on it, and then we'll start dropping chicken. I have a mixture of white meat and dark meat in here. I prefer, actually, dark meat when it comes to fried chicken. I think that that's pretty universally the jam, as the kids say. But the kids say it all the time. What are you talking about?
Notice your child left you already.
Exactly. My child did leave me. Apparently, she's going to make the waffles. What I've got a chicken breast. I cut it in half here. I'm going to take it, and in this flour that's been seasoned, again, with salt, black pepper, and a little bit of that smoked paprika or spicy paprika or cayenne. My grandma used cayenne. But today we're going to use Buck Naked's Fiery Rub. I'm just going to basically dredge it like this, and I'm going to shake off the excess flour. Now, very, very carefully, I am going to lay this into the oil. And I'm going to lay it in a way that it splashes away from me, just like that. When I'm frying, I'm actually going to take time to put uniform size and dense pieces together into the fryer, so that way I can kind of gauge how they're cooking together. So that being said, I wouldn't put a lot of white meat in with dark meat. I wouldn't put legs in with a big old honking breast piece because you're going to get inconsistent cooking time, and that's how you get underdone chicken.
This is how we homeschool.
Right? He's literally been out there for hours. Chicken's been frying now for about 10 minutes. What I want is this nice golden crust on the outside. I'm gonna put my thermometer in the middle, and what I want that to read, to come up to, is 165 degrees. That's when all the foodborne pathogens that might be in a raw piece of chicken are destroyed. So right now, this is coming up to about 160 degrees. I'm gonna pull that, actually, and we're gonna put it down here on our plate because that'll continue to cook up. Same thing. Booyah! That one's at 189. Dunzo! Last but not least, we are at 160 and climbing. I'm going to continue frying, and we'll see how people like it when we're done, all right? Thanks for checking us out.
So while everyone was hoarding toilet paper, the Zahms actually hold that up, Ava. Syrup. We may or may not have 3 of these. Thank you, Viennese trees.
Fried chicken, never liking.
So tonight, in an ever-rotating cast of characters, I have with us famed restaurant critic, Disco Dan. Disco Dan, what do you think of tonight's chicken and waffles?
Well, I think they're very good, but when I took my first bite, I thought, wow, these waffles are plain. When I took the bite of chicken, I thought, this is crispy, but it's also hot.
So hot chicken, soggy waffles?
Yes.
That's the straight dope from Disco Dan.